All right, what's going on, everybody? This is Deshaun T. Raw, host of the Busted Bush YouTube channel, and today we're going to be going over my NBA picks and predictions for tonight's NBA action. Uh, got about 7 games, so let's go ahead and get through these. First game up, we got the Cleveland Cavaliers at the Charlotte Hornets, 7 o'clock p.m. EST. Cavaliers, 2.5-point road favorites, over under 237.5. Excuse me. For the Cavaliers, Sam Merrill is out, Darius Garland is out, and Max Strus is still out. For the Hornets, Tajon Salon, he is a game-time decision, but he is listed as probable per ESPN. Simpson is out, and Plumlee is still out. For the Cavs, they're winners of 3 out of their last 5. They're currently on a 1-game losing streak. For the Hornets, they're winners of 3 out of their last 5 as well. They're currently on a 1-game winning streak. Out of those last 5 games, 5 out of those 5 were all road games. They won, then they lost. They won, then they lost. Then they won. Now they're coming back home. This will be the third matchup between these two teams this season. The season series is tied 1-1. Charlotte got a 119-111 win in Cleveland. And then Cleveland got the revenge. They got a 139-132 win in Cleveland. So both games that they played already have been in Cleveland. These next 2 games in the season series will be played in Charlotte. It's a 2.5-point spread. Like I said, I'm really not sure where to even go with this game. I could honestly see the Hornets winning this game outright. Just plain old, just shooting Cleveland out of their gym, honestly. So, I mean, I most likely won't have any money on this game, but if I had to lean, I'd lean Charlotte at home. I do think that they can hang around with Cleveland offensively. Cleveland not having Darius Garland will be a factor in this game, but with the upcoming of Jordan Tyson, I mean, shit, do they really even need him at this point? Like I said, you just can't trust Cleveland. Cleveland, like I said, they're sitting at 24-20. You would expect them to have been better than this, but Cleveland has had a really big struggle towards the season. I mean, I don't know what's going on with them. They can't cover ATS. They're just not winning games. I don't know. So until further notice, until I see a better brand of basketball coming from Cleveland, I just don't want to bet them. So lean Hornets in 2.5 and or outright money line in this one. Next game up with the Brooklyn Nets at the New York Knicks, 7:30 p.m. EST. Knicks currently 11.5-point favorites, over under 224.5. The Knicks are not on my do not bet list. I don't know how. I do not know how. They should be, because the Knicks have been costing me money as of late. I don't know what the hell is up with them. They're just not in a good form right now. But for the Nets, Haywood Highsmith is still out, and the New York Knicks are fully healthy. For the Nets, they went 1-4 in their last 5 games. They're currently on a 2-game losing streak. For the Knicks, they also went 1-4 in their last 5 games. This will be their 3rd straight home game. They're currently on a 4-game losing streak. These two teams have already played twice this season. New York leads the season series 2-0. New York got a 134-98 win in New York. And then New York got a 113-100 win in Brooklyn. I can't trust the Knicks right now. The Knicks are not in a good form at all. Rivalry game right here. I know the Knicks are head and shoulders the better basketball team. Yes, I fully understand that. But, excuse me. Wow. You're going to give me a Nets team with Cam Thomas, Michael Porter Jr., Nick Claxton, and those guys against Karl-Anthony Towns, Josh Hart, Jalen Brunson, OG Anunoby. You would think, hey, let me lay the 11.5 at home against the Knicks, where they've been playing I can't even say they've been playing their better basketball because they just lost to the Mavericks. They just got dominated by the Mavericks at home. I mean, and the Mavericks didn't even have PJ Washington. They didn't have Anthony Davis. They didn't have D'Angelo Russell. Like, and they were getting smacked around. I mean, I checked the score. They were down like 28. I think was the most points they were down. It was like 28 points. And I was like, this can't be real. Yeah, the Knicks, I don't know what the hell is going on with them. They're not playing good right now. So it's pretty much forcing me to take Brooklyn. I know the books are gonna want everyone to take Brooklyn right now. And watch the Knicks beat the brakes off the Nets tonight. But like I said, I'm not gonna have any money on this game, but they just gotta show me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the Nets plus the 11.5, and I'm gonna also take the Nets outright money line. Like I said, the Knicks have been losing to teams that they should not be losing to, and I mean, and this little spell they had, they lost at Sacramento 112-101. They lost at Golden State 126-113. That's not a bad loss. I knew they would lose to Phoenix at home 106-99. And then they got dominated by the Mavericks 114-97. Like, that just cannot happen. And like I said, the Nets are healthy. They got Cam Thomas and Michael Porter. I'll shoot anything junior. Yeah. So give me the Nets plus 11.5. And like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if the Nets win this game outright. So yeah, give me the Nets. I'll lay 11.5 with them. Next game up with the Indiana Pacers at the Boston Celtics, 7:30 p.m. EST. Celtics 10.5 point home favorites, over on the 226.5. For the Pacers, Benedict Mathurin is still out. Obi Toppin is out. For the Celtics, Jaylen Brown finds his way on the injury report. He is a game-time decision, but listed as probable per ESPN, so he is more than likely going to suit up tonight. Minot is out. For the Pacers, they're winners of 2 out of their last 5. This will be their 3rd straight road game. They are currently on a 2-game losing streak. For the Celtics, they're winners of 2 out of their last 5. Out of these last 5 games, 4 have been on the road. They played 4 consecutive road games. They're currently on a 1-game losing streak, so this will be their first home game in the TD Garden in a while. Actually, since the 12th. Boston leads the season series 2-1. This will be the 4th meeting and last. This is for the series here. If Boston wins, Boston won the first game 103-95 in Boston. Then Boston won the second game in Indiana 140-122. Then Indiana got revenge at home. They won 98-96. Listen, I'm gonna take Boston. I'm gonna lay the 10.5. I mean, Boston head and shoulders a better basketball team. It's good that I'm getting a probable for Jaylen Brown on that injury report, so we can expect him to play tonight. I think Boston is going to take Indiana behind the woodshed tonight. I think this is a complete mismatch. Yes, Indiana usually plays well against Boston. Yes, do they have the offensive prowess to hang with Boston? Absolutely. But just not here, not tonight. I think Boston, are they coming off a loss? Yeah, they're coming off a very, very tough loss. In Detroit, 104-103. Yeah, I think this is a perfect get-right game back at home, especially, like I said, you haven't been at home since the 12th of January. So, in front of those fans, you want to put on the show right here. So, give me the Celtics. I'll lay the 10.5. And in terms of the total, no, I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna leave the total alone. Just give me the 10.5 with the Celtics. Next game up with the Atlanta Hawks at the Memphis Grizzlies. Grizzlies 2.5 point home favorites, over under 238.5. For the Hawks, you have Zachary Risache is out and Porzingis is out. For the Grizzlies, Santi Aldama is a game time decision. Ty Jerome is out. Scottie Pippen Jr. is out. Zach Edey is out. Brandon Clark is out. For the Hawks, in their last 5 games, they are 1-4. This will be their first road game in a minute. They just played 2 straight home games. They're currently on a 4-game losing streak right now for the Hawks. For the Grizzlies, they're winners of 2 out of their last 5. This will be their 6th straight home games. 6 straight. They're currently on a 1-game winning streak right now. This will be the first matchup between these two teams this season. And like I said, we like to bet Memphis in Memphis. Nothing changes here. So give me Memphis. I'll lay the 2.5. Really nothing more to say about this. Atlanta's not playing well at all. They have been getting smacked around. And Memphis, like I said, if I'm ever going to bet Memphis, it is going to be in the FedEx Forum. It's as simple as that. So give me the Grizzlies. I'll lay the short number. And this one, next game with the Detroit Pistons at the New Orleans Pelicans. 8 o'clock p.m. EST. Pistons currently 9.5-point favorites over under 232.5 for the Pistons. Cade Cunningham finds his way on the injury report. He is a game-time decision. Caris LeVert as well. He is also a game-time decision. For the Pelicans, Herbert Jones is out. Zion Williamson is a game-time decision. Jose Alvarado is out, and DeJounte Murray is still out. For the Pistons, they're winners of 4 out of their last 5 games. This will be in their last 5 games. All of those games were at home. All of them were at home. Now, this will be their first game on the road in a while. They're currently on a 3-game winning streak. For the Pelicans, in their last 5 games, they went 1-4. They're currently on a 2-game losing streak right now. They just played 2 straight road games. This will be their first home game in a minute since the 16th of January. This will be the first matchup between these two teams this season. I do not like that Cade Cunningham and Caris LeVert are both on the injury report, but even without those guys right there, I still think Detroit can come in here and put belt to ass. Like I said, they're just significantly the better basketball team. There's going to be certain spots and situations where we can take the Pelicans, but with Zion Williamson finding his way on the injury report, that's what I really don't like. I don't like that. So I'm just going to take the better team right now. So I'll take the Pistons. I'll lay the 9.5, but not really too confident. Not really going to bet this game unless I get proper injury designations for Cade Cunningham, Caris LeVert, and Zion Williamson. If Zion is not a go, but Cade plays, this spread will probably go higher. But if Zion plays and Cade and them don't play, I still think that Detroit should win this game pretty comfortably. But covering a whole 9.5 with no Cade Cunningham, honestly, I trust the Pistons. So in anything, I lean Pistons minus the 9.5. And this one, next game up, we have the Oklahoma City Thunder at the Milwaukee Bucks. 9:30 p.m. EST. Thunder currently 9.5-point road favorites over under 226.5. This is going to be a fairly quick one right here. For the Thunder, Alex Caruso is out. Jalen Williams is questionable. Isaiah Hartenstein is out. J-Dub is out. And Topic is out. For the Bucks, Miles Turner is a game-time decision, and Kevin Porter Jr. is a game-time decision. For the Thunder, they're winners of 4 out of their last 5 games. This will be their 4th straight road game. They're currently on a 1-game winning streak. For the Bucks, they're winners of 2 out of their last 5. This will be their first home game since January 15th. They played 2 straight road games. They're currently on a 1-game winning streak. This will be the first matchup between these two teams this season. Like I said, this should be fairly quick. Give me OKC. I'll lay the 9.5 with them. The Bucks are just not good. Even though, yes, you would want to bet the Bucks in the Pfizer Forum. Yes, absolutely. But the Bucks are not a good team. They think they're a good team, but they're not a good team. They should be thankful that they are in the East. They should be thankful. Because if they were in the West, yikes. They'd be struggling to even make the play-in. But, yes, I know Giannis. Yeah, man, dude, Giannis on the Bucks. Yeah, man, and the Bucks are at home. That's a big spread. No. Thunder have been laying these spreads all season, and they have been putting both as simple as that, even without J-Dub, even without Caruso, even without Hartenstein. They still burning ass up. So give me the Thunder. I will easily take the 9.5. Thunder's head and shoulders a better basketball team here. And I think this is a blowout. I think Thunder win this game by 30. So if you're into any alt spreads and stuff like that, take the Thunder minus 20, minus 15 and a half, something. This game will not be close. So yeah, give me the Thunder. I'll lay the 9.5 in this one. And for our last game of the night, we got the Toronto Raptors at the Sacramento Kings, 10 o'clock p.m. EST. Raptors currently 4.5-point road favorites, over under 222.5. For the Raptors, Colin Murray Boyles, I think that's his name. Yeah. He is a game time decision. Jacoby Walter, he is a game time decision. Jakob Poeltl, he is a game time decision. RJ Barrett, he is also a game time decision. For the Kings, Keegan Murray is out. For the Raptors, they're winners of 2 out of their last 5 games. This will be their 3rd straight road game. They are on a back-to-back with travel. Not too much travel because they played Golden State last night and got the win 145-127, but they are on a back-to-back with travel. This will be their 3rd straight road game. They're currently on a 1-game winning streak. For the Kings, they are winners of 3 out of their last 5 games. 5 out of their last 5 games have all been at home. They also played yesterday, so they're on the back end of a back-to-back. At home, they lost to Miami 130-117. They're currently on a 2-game losing streak. This will be the first matchup between these two teams this season. Like I said, this is a nasty game right here. I want no parts of this. Like I said, you have the Toronto team that's playing better. They're on a back end of a back-to-back with travel, going to Sacktown. Sacramento, this will be their 6th straight home game. Yes, they've won 3 out of their last 5, but they just lost 2 straight home games. So are we starting to get the same Kings team that we knew at the beginning of the season that's absolute garbage? I don't want to say that yet because I do think they are playing significantly better with Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Malik Monk, Russell Westbrook, Domantas Sabonis. Keegan Murray will be an extra plus, but even though not having him, that team is still good on paper. And do I think that they can compete against the Raptors? Absolutely. Now, like I said, with the Raptors injury report as it is, they have a lot of game time decisions. Who knows? Just keep an eye out for that. If Jakob Poeltl and RJ Barrett both play in this game, then I'll take the Raptors to cover the number very easily. They're just a better team with those guys in the lineup. But if not, I do think there is a way for the Kings to kind of win this game. So I'll lean the Kings and the 4.5. I'm not in love with it. Just keep an eye on the injury report. But I do think there is a possibility for the Kings to right the ship right here, coming off of 2 straight home losses. And like I said, and right the ship and get a win here. Like I said, the Kings have been surprising. They've been surprisingly winning games. You never know when they're going to get their best effort. You never know because, like I said, Portland, they lost at home to Portland 117-100. They lost by 7, and then they just lost at home to Miami 130-117. So they've been playing decently competitive. But yeah, I'll lean the Kings and the 4.5. Just keep an eye on the injury report for the Raptors. But like I said, lean Kings plus 4.5 in our final game of the day. And that's going to wrap it up for my NBA picks and predictions. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share these videos. It really helps with my algorithm and gets these picks out to more people like you. Ultimately, the final decision does come down to you to make the final pick. I'm just here to steer you in the right direction and, let you know what I'm thinking about these games for real. Also, go check out my boy at Marky Picks. He's absolutely killing the player prop scene. He went stupid dummy crazy last night. So y'all might want to get over there. I mean, he's printing slips over there. So let him know that I sent you over there and give him a follow. Also, join the Discord that also features myself and at Marky Picks. We're constantly posting in there every day, no matter the sport, NHL, NBA. I know the NFL season is about to end, but still that. College basketball, you name it. We post our personal and exclusive only Discord picks in there, completely free. There's a lot of free and good content in there. I will leave the link to that in my description. But that's it. That's all. My name is Deshaun Raw, host of the About to Bust YouTube channel, and I'm out here.